What's up YouTube? It's your boy SnowFX back again with another interesting video. On this video, I'll be telling you one reason why you must stick to a trading plan and also stick to one strategy. If you have a strategy that works, you back tested it over time and it works, you need to trust it. Sometimes back tested data usually in real time you struggle with it in real time because what you see on hindsight is usually different from how you see it in real time. So here's it. Why you must trust your trading strategy at all costs. There are some time the market usually move in a very favorable way. It depends on the kind of strategy you trade. If you trade trends, there are some weeks because sometimes you determine how the week goes. Like how the week played out is determined by how you see your results for the week. So sometimes you might find yourself in a ranging week. If you go on the higher time frame, on the weekly time frame, you see that some week you come to just like small movement in price. Like you can't really make much from it. Like this week we are in now, today is Friday, 15th November, and this week today is Friday. From the beginning of this week, the market was just somehow. I took a couple of loss, although I was not really that in. The truth is, I was trading from my phone because I was at work. So sometimes I go to work, I try to do my analysis on the phone, and usually it's one of the reasons why I struggle with profitability too, because what I see on my phone is different from what I see from my computer. So, but I try as much as possible to manage risk. So, what is always keeping me in this business is how I manage my risk. I'm currently on the drawdown on an account. So, what am I saying? Before I said, there are some weeks you will go into and you will discover you have a very low range week. There's some weeks you go into, you see the market will move more than 10,000 points for the week. Maybe Tuesday, maybe like Monday usually are consolidation days. Tuesday can be a manipulation day, or Wednesday. Then you want to see expansion from Wednesday, Thursday, sometimes Friday. But Tuesday don't usually expand as other days, depending on how the week goes. So if you understand weekly profile, you understand what I'm saying. So there are some weeks your strategy will be working. Maybe you're just in the trend, you're just holding the position and it's going. And there's some weeks you go into you just see a huge consolidation in the market. You just be consolidating. And you can't make anything from it. And you begin to wonder if there's anything wrong with your strategy. But there's nothing wrong with your strategy. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just that the market, you had an expectation. The expectation was for market to move in a certain direction. But there was no volatility to actually move price to that expected direction. So now it's become something. So and one of the things that I usually struggle with is I usually trust my setup, but due to there's low volume in price that day, the market can consolidate. And when you have gone out from that position, sometimes you can just, because the rules I have here is when I look for my trade setup is from 10 to 11 a.m. AST. Anything around 1, I'm not interested anymore. AM session is over for me. So 10 and 11, that's my sweet spot. That's where I look for my best trade setup. So if I cannot see them form on the 5 minutes, from 10 on the 5 minutes, I'll just stay on the 5 minutes sometimes 15 minutes. It depends on how the PDR. So there's some PDR I can trust on the higher time frame, like 1 hour. There's a PDR I can trust very much I can just enter from that period. I just need to know how many points I'm going to risk on that position. So and have an expectation of it to move in a certain direction, like maybe move 100 points or 200 points in the direction I expect market to move to. And if market do not move to that place and start consolidating, it's just you need to understand that it's time and price. But you want price to happen before time, you know. So if you look at it on the daily time frame, you might have an expectation that market will go to the upside today, and you start from London session and start placing your trades. So I struggle with this. Why I'm laughing is because these are one of my biggest challenges before. I usually from London session, I have a clear understanding that the market is going to move probably to the previous day's high if I'm bullish, to previous day's high, and you just due to that high hopes and the expectation of I want it to go to this direction, you just place your trade and you have a stop loss somewhere around maybe 100 points below. After wasting your time, sometimes that London session, that's when the London session to the close of London, maybe around 5 p.m., you are not seeing the expansion you're expecting, and you are stressing yourself. One, you're stressing yourself. The market won't move. The big players are not involved in the market, they're not yet in the market. So why did you place a trade that will put you on stress? So I struggle with this thing a lot. So now this is how I now understand that trading is just like every business. You need to come at the right time when there's liquidity, when there's volatility in the market. So even though the market is going to go up, if it doesn't happen that time in the market, that time I expect it to happen, I can't do anything. I'll just have to stay. So this is something you have to grow into. You have to grow into understanding. You need to grow the patience of waiting till the right time for the market to gain that volatility, for them to run that liquidity. So even though it's going to go to that direction, yes, you see on the higher time frame, you trust on the higher time frame that price will go to. If you don't have the patience to wait all Asian session, London session to the New York session, I still have, even in the New York session, you still have to wait 9:30, 10 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. Sometimes you can just range, maybe trying to create, maybe if it's creating a reversal pattern, maybe you manipulate and trying to reverse to the upside, and maybe it takes like about 200 points to that's your draw on liquidity where you expect price to get to, but you don't have the patience to wait. So you just be consolidating and you'll just be frustrated. One, it's stressing you out by always looking at your phone, always staring at your phone, expecting it to do, like, come on now, move, but it's not moving. And you see yourself closing the position like, let's say, you start giving yourself so many reasons why you think maybe it's not going in. And at the end of the day, the market moves in that direction. After you have closed the position due to impatience, you're not patient enough. Because you are already stressing already from London session up to that New York session, and the thing didn't happen. This time I'm saying is I'm giving the experiences I've had, my personal experience. This is how I experienced these things. This is how I struggle with this. So that's one of the reasons why I created this YouTube channel. I'm just like rolling up the camera to just talk about some of those experiences I've had in this market over time. So every trader needs to know the right time for them to get into the market, and do not think your strategy don't work because you didn't see volatility in price. That's why the economic calendar is there to help you know when it's best for you to be in the market. If there's no high impact news for the day, you don't expect volatility to be in the market. I've seen a trader online that started having this expectation for the week from Monday, expecting a move for the week on Monday. Asian session, that's when he plays that trade. I won't call the trader's name, but I saw that and I don't feel stop to laugh. I was in this Telegram channel, and that trade hit his stop loss, and later went to that same direction. Why? Because he didn't wait for it to for everything that needs to happen in the market to happen. Like, this whole thing is time. You need to time it. There's a reason why ICT say time and price. Like, there's a reason why he said time and price. He has gone through this thing long enough. He has studied this thing very much enough to understand that the algorithm works with time and price. And it all boils down to we, the individual traders, not knowing how to handle ourselves. Do not have the patience. When you place that trade early enough, you don't wait. Like, you've waited so much that when you finally get to that New York session, when you're expecting the movement to now happen, you're exhausted already. You don't. You'll be so stressed out, and you find yourself closing position and closing up. Maybe it didn't happen the way you want it to happen. So having too much expectation on a trade setup is bad. You just have to trust. Have a rule that guides you. Like what I did when I was refining my strategy, because I understand that if the market must move, there must be an average point the market deliver on the average. So on the Nasdaq usually on average move 200 to 300, 400, more than 400 points a day. No matter how bad, even on a Monday when there is low impact, the market cannot go less than 200 points or 150 points. So now what am I doing? I have to handle it. My expectation was I need only 100 points daily. Any trade setup I'm looking for, I need 100 points on that trade setup. So that 100 points, I need to see those signatures in price, because I trade power of 3. So I always think in power of 3. I have to wait for the accumulation, the manipulation, and I always want to be on that distribution phase. I also have to understand time frame alignment. The time frame that aligns with the daily, or maybe if you're trading the daily power of 3 and you're expecting it to go to previous days high, and you need to wait for so many things to happen in order for you to be in that distribution phase. And in that distribution phase, even though the market is going to run 500 points that day, it's none of my business. I'm only interested in making just 10 points, 100 points, and you're done. Sometimes I can just do a one-to-one trade, one-to-one. You need to trust that it's going to go in that direction, and you take one-to-one. You need to be comfortable with the risk you're taking. If you're comfortable with that risk, you're making $10 on a trade to make. If you're comfortable with making $10, risk 10 to make 10. It's fine. You made money. Trusting the edge, trusting the direction of the market is key. You just need to know where it's going to. So I'm just having a random talk here. So I don't know if you pick the sense and just leave the nonsense for me. It's mine. It's Friday, so I'm not trading today. I just want to talk a little on why you should trust your trading strategy. Some days can be good, some days are bad. It's just depending on how the market moves that day. So that's why I need to have a very realistic expectation. Just like I said, if the market is going to go for 500 points, I don't care. I just want to make 100 points on any trade setup I see. That 100 points, I know that no matter how bad the day is, the Nasdaq cannot go less than 100 points. Can never go less than 100 points. Do your back test. Go and check it yourself. You see that the Nasdaq move more than 100 points. So in any distribution phase, I just want to position myself and make 100 and get out. And having the discipline, all these things, I need to go through so many pain, so many things to really make this thing a model. You need to know, you need to have the discipline to like, okay, even though this thing is going, sometimes I can see the drawn liquidity, even to maybe from my entry to the drawn liquidity, a very clear drawn liquidity can be giving you like 200 or 250 points on Nasdaq. But can you resist the temptation of placing your take profit in that place and just be interested in making just that 10 points and be okay for the day? You grow over time. Numbers will always do its thing. If you are trading with, if you're making risking 10, if you're doing 1 to 1, if you're doing 1 to 2, if you're risking 10 to make 20, make money. If you risk 50 points to make 100 points, you just need to trust. You need to know when the market is moving in that direction. When the time is moving there. So you need to be in the distribution phase, then take that trade, 100 points are out. And you just take it and go. When you have that discipline, you know what I'm saying. It's hard. I'm still struggling with it myself, but I'm much better than I used to be. So I just want to end this video here. I don't know. Just raw talk with myself, with you guys. You will find this video insightful. Like, if you find this video insightful, please subscribe. It's just my YouTube channel. Just vibing with myself, man. Trying to see if I can document something I can always come back to and refer to, like go over and just watch it and smile. Like and subscribe. See you guys on the next video. Any video I'll just drop something nice maybe next time, but see you guys on the next video.